full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. 2 people are in the hospital and 9 more are sick across Wisconsin from salmonella. The Department of Health Services confirms all became sick from ingesting Live It Up brand's Super Greens dietary supplement powder. The first person became sick on October 1st, and the outbreak has now spread to 21 states. The FDA has recalled the supplement powder. Health officials recommend throwing away the product if you have it and washing any items or surfaces it may have touched. Charges are filed against a Milwaukee County bus driver for hitting and killing a man in Greenfield. An arrest warrant is out for Damian Peters. He's accused of hitting George Kaiser near 56 and Forest Home last November. Peters admitted to the officer that he saw a person walking to the intersection and tried to steer the bus to avoid him when he heard a thud and saw the person lying in the road in his rearview mirror. Peters' blood alcohol level was almost 3 times over the legal limit. A substance abuse recovery center project is being put on hold. The New Berlin Common Council denied a land consolidation request by the Milwaukee Rescue Mission. The organization plans to build a $12 million rehab center that would house around 120 men seeking addiction treatment and mental health services. Many residents spoke against the proposed rehab center, citing safety concerns for the area. Developers say they'll explore other avenues to get the facility built. A pair of bills to end state income taxes on tips passes in the Wisconsin State Assembly. In one bill, tax exemptions would apply on tips until 2028, mirroring the federal deduction passed last year. The state assembly's GOP majority rejected an amendment to increase the tipped minimum wage, which is less than the standard minimum wage. The second bill applies to a portion of overtime pay and has no expiration date. Both bills now head to the state Senate. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we made it to Friday. I don't know what to do. Now, I wasn't supposed to be here today, but the trip that I decided to take, I decided not to take it. And so I usually, say, hey, Zach, I got something. And he was like, well, I ain't got nothing for you, bruh, because you ain't supposed to be here. I was like, wait, what? You ain't supposed to be here. It's like, oops. Then I vaguely remember, so I check, and sure enough, my name is in red. You know what it said next to it? Hey, fool, you ain't supposed to be here. But then I showed up anyway. But then I went, oh, man, Zach was probably going to chill. And then he said, well, I got places to go, people to see, and things to do. I was like, excuse me. So he popped off first.
Yeah, they would have heard.
You are listening to the best of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app. Listen to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Wow. Which show did you pick? No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I wanna keep the, don't tell me. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Is that a redo or a restart? But it don't matter because it's Pop-Off Friday, so I can get mad about that too. Anything on your mind? 833-212-1017 is the number. Anything on your mind you got to pop off on today, give me a call. I got a great guest in the studio at 4:15. James Causey from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. He wrote a phenomenal article yesterday for MLK's birthday. And I wanted him to be able to tell you about it, explain why he wrote it, and what he was really trying to tell you. What he's trying to share with you about Milwaukee, what Milwaukee needs, how things have or have not changed since the Voting Rights Act of 1964, since the death of MLK in 1968. I mean, bottom line is Milwaukee doesn't need another savior. It needs more heroes. That's just me. Not a hero with a cape, but not a hero with a press conference, right? You got to stand up, make myself all great. Heroes with presence. Heroes with discipline. Same thing. I'll be talking about the same thing all 2026. Heroes with courage to show up when it's easier not to show up. Oh, it's snowing today. I'm not going. In 2026, the crisis in Milwaukee just kept going from 2025. Homicides are at the same rate. And it's not a lack of resources. It's a lack of responsibility. It's simple. If you love the city, you got to prove it. You got to prove it in education. You got to prove it in politics. And you got to prove it in business. We already talked about education this week, right? But education isn't just about schools. It's about adults who stopped caring once they graduate. I'm not from here. These are your schools. But since I pay taxes, it's our schools. I criticize MPS. We criticize teachers. I criticize teachers. Families, I do the same. Parents, I do the same. And kids. But many of you won't mentor, tutor, read, or volunteer. Notice I said you, not me, because that's what I do. We complain about reading levels, but then you don't read yourself. You want to be a hero in Milwaukee? Adopt a school. Adopt a classroom. January is National Mentor Month. Mentor a child who needs guidance more than judgment. You can't expect children to grow up and save a city that adults fail to protect. A city is going to rise and it's going to fall not on its children, but what you teach their children. And as we know from Milwaukee crime, not just books, but behavior. Milwaukee doesn't need more opinions about education. It needs more participation. Now let's talk about politics. Politics ain't voting every 4 years. We get geared up because we don't like Donald Trump or we don't like the Democrat or we don't like somebody. It's what happens when you pay attention every week. We complain about aldermen, alderwomen, we don't call. We complain about policies based on what we heard because we never read it. We complain about decisions on the school board and in the common council, but we never show up to challenge it. You can't outsource democracy and expect justice. Being a hero in politics means knowing who actually represents you and in what area. I know that sounds weird, but think about it. Do you actually know who represents you? Most people don't. You got to show up for a meeting. That means holding leaders accountable without being disrespectful. It means demanding integrity without being cynical. And that's hard for me. Milwaukee doesn't suffer from too much activism. It suffers from too much apathy. You don't have to run for office to be a hero, but you do have to care about who's in it. But then let's talk about business. I've gone back and forth on business. We talked about Aldi. We talked about Sherman Park Grocery. Milwaukee loves to talk about black-owned businesses, but they don't always shop them. It's not all people stealing stuff. We don't always promote them. We don't always protect them. We want ownership, but there's no loyalty. We want success, but then there's no support. Being a hero means circulating dollars like you circulate your opinion online. And if you can wear the brand, post the brand. If you can criticize the service, recommend the business. If you can celebrate the Packers and the Bucks, you can celebrate entrepreneurship and tradespeople. Businesses create jobs. Jobs create stability. Stability creates neighborhoods. Education builds minds. Politics builds systems. Businesses build opportunity. If you neglect any of those three, Milwaukee suffers. Milwaukee is not broken because of one group. It's bruised because too many people decided it wasn't their responsibility. But the truth of the matter is, and I don't like you to tell it, you want to be a hero? Guess what? Heroes aren't born. They're disciplined. Heroes don't wait for permission. They accept obligation. And heroes don't speak, they act. So in 2026, Milwaukee doesn't need your loud voice like they got up in Minnesota because you disagree. It needs braver footsteps. Step into schools, step into meetings, and step into some of your neighborhood businesses. Not for applause, not for attention, not for legacy. Because the question is not what did Milwaukee give you? I'm always reminded you're not from Milwaukee. But they only remind me of that when I criticize Milwaukee. But I know I gave and give more to Milwaukee than some of you. The question is, what did you give back to Milwaukee? But let me leave you with this, because it applies to the elders. You know, the other day I was talking to young folks. Now I'm talking to the elders, all of you who reside in the city. It's like what Batman said. You either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.7 The Truth. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows. And I'm 24, so like I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is 1017 The Truth's Tori Lowe, and I am Milwaukee. The Tori Lowe Show has become a resource for the community. I enjoy having open, on-air discussions about what we can do to regroup, rethink the black man, the black woman, and the black child. This show is about that action, and I want all the smoke. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. It's this part right here. All right. 833-212-1017 is the number. Before I get to my guest, he's been waiting so long. Mr. Moore, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Dr. Ken, a little upset.
Uh-oh.
Man, I had my car. I took my car to get a radiator replaced. I'm a man that actually changes his oil and his brakes.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually put an $8 oil filter on the engine. So like a week later, after I got my car back, I was going to change my oil. I looked under in my engine and noticed that the oil filter is not there.
Mm-mm.
So I called the individual that fixed the car. I noticed that the oil filter I put in my car is not there. So his story was like, well, you think I stole it? I'm like, no, I just want to know what happened to it. He I don't know. Now, that made me kind of question it, because I goes up there this time, and they're acting kind of shady, like not trying to keep eye contact, and like they trying to hide something.
So what'd you do?
Now, check my serial number on my engine block. It don't match up with my numbers.
Did you file a complaint with the state or the police?
That's what I'm calling to ask you what I should do.
Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Consumer Affairs, they take complaints. And I would also call whatever your local police department is and let them know the story and see if you can get a detective out to handle that.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I was going to go up there.
Now, do you have paperwork that shows what your engine block number is and all that? Okay. All right.
Yes, I'm the second owner of this vehicle.
All right. Well, they'll ask you questions and get information. Just get as much paperwork. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really give you legal advice, but get as much paperwork. What I would do is get as much paperwork as I could about my car, when I got it fixed, receipts, everything, and then go. And while I'm at it, you might want to pick up the phone and call Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and Fox 6 Now. I'm just saying.
No doubt.
All right.
No doubt.
All right.
You're right.
Take care.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Wow. I had one happen in Chicago where somebody took my car and wouldn't give it back to me. What do you think I did? I did two things. I reported it stolen, and then I went back and said, "Oh, I found my car. We're good." And then I reported to the IRS. I gave the person the car as a gift, and that it was sold, and we exchanged money. He might owe some money on that. I didn't know whether he did or not, but I'm pretty sure the IRS had to look into it. Yeah. Oh well. That's life. So my guest today, I'm excited. I haven't had him in the studio in probably a good 4 years.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. James Causey, he is a renowned reporter, journalist with Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. You've been there for how long?
Full time since 92, but I actually started in 1986.
And so you're only like, what, 30 years old? So how'd you do that?
I wish.
How'd you do that? So were you born and raised? Tell us your journalism story.
First of all, thanks for having me on here, and I appreciate it. I actually, you probably remember this. It was a time when in NPS when they had specialty schools.
Remember, I'm not from here.
You're not from here.
I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
But we had specialty schools too.
But short story is I won a essay writing contest on MLK when I was attending Jackie Robinson Middle School, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, which high school I was going to pick, and things like that. And my teacher at the time told me about John Marshall High School having a journalism and broadcasting specialty. And I said, wow, that sounds like something I would want to do. She said, you're a really good writer. You should think about it. And I applied for Marshall and got in. And my teacher, Marilyn Lays, helped me get a number of internships over the course of 4 years, where I interned at Channel 4, 6, 12, 58, the Community Journal, in the Journal and the Milwaukee Sentinel. In 1986, the Milwaukee Sentinel they wanted to try their hands at acclimating a high school student, preferably a black student, into a newspaper environment. I applied for the job. I went down there with suspenders on and a leather briefcase and did my interview and did some writing for them. And they chose me out of, 150 plus people who applied for it, and I've been down there ever since.
Outstanding. So where'd you go to college? You went to UWM?
I went to Marquette.
Marquette, and you're a proud member of Phi Beta Sigma?
I'm very
Fraternity
proud
Incorporated?
Yes, I am. And if I can, I want to give a shout out to the Zetas today. Happy Founders Day.
All right.
Yeah.
Zeta Phi Beta, Sorority Incorporated.
Yes.
Happy Founders Day. Distinguished ladies, no doubt.
Distinguished, very distinguished.
All right. So So you wrote this article the other day. You said that unless reparations are addressed to tackle current inequities and gaps, I fear we will still be using spaces bearing King's name to say we shall overcome 50, 60, 75 years from now. I heard someone else in Milwaukee radio say that they loved your article, but they disagreed with the outcome. And it happened to be a white guy who, when everybody hears it, they always seem to feel that reparations are not appropriate for some reason. And so tell us about the article and tell us, first of all, what prompted you to actually write this article?
Well, thanks a lot. So I typically come up with my own story ideas, and I've been a columnist since 2008. But a editor approached me, and she said, hey, James, take this for what you want, but I think it would be good to do a MLK piece on everything named after him in the city and just talk about if those statues, if those monuments are living up to his name. And so I was like, yeah, that's pretty ambitious. And she talked to me about this on a Thursday when I was walking out the door. But it really piqued my interest. So I looked around and I was like, well, there's MLK Street, there's MLK Library, there's MLK School, there's the statue, there's this and that. And I know that I've been to all those places and spaces. But one thing that I noticed is that, I read a lot about MLK, and the one thing that people are missing is an element where he wanted us, Black people, to have economic stability.
Right.
And
economic parity.
Yeah. And when you look at these things named after him, I was like, okay, while this is a nice gesture, and I think it's needed, if there's nothing that goes along with it, especially here in this city where there's such discrepancies and wealth gaps and everything else in the city between blacks and whites, educational gaps and everything you can think about, I was like, he would shake his head like, what are we doing? Yep. Don't name anything after me if we don't attach some way where we could develop some form of economic independence. And I talked with Claiborne Benson from the Wisconsin Black Historical Society and Museum, and Jeanette Hara, Sister Jeanette Hara, who for the past 25, 26 years has been celebrating King Day celebration at Claiborne's spot. And they hit the nail on the head. They basically said, yeah, this, if there's no reparations or anything attached to this, what are we doing?
Right.
Especially here. I mean, it's just like Milwaukee, if you look at statistics, we're typically at the bottom in economic stability. Our housing situation, Black home ownership has never been above 50% in this city.
Right.
I think it's around 30%. Which is one of the lowest in the top 50 urban areas. The educational gap is one of the widest in the country between blacks and whites in the state. It's just so many economic factors that we could point at that I don't think we draw enough attention to. And so when I hear people are against reparations, but they want to constantly criticize Black people for not achieving anything when everything is stacked up against us, what do you want us to do? And reparations, the main part about reparations is the repair.
Right.
The repair. And I think people miss that point.
It's the repair part of reparation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
What am I missing? I don't know what I'm missing, but, because we have given reparations to countries.
Yeah.
We have given reparations to farmers. We've given reparations in so many ways, shape, and form. But why, when it's the conversation of reparations for, if we don't even talk about the descendants of slaves, if we could talk about people who lived through Jim Crow,
right?
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that because Trump just signed a not to make it political, but Trump just signed it just dawned on me when you said that. He just signed this bill that allows schools to use not just what the Obamas wanted, but skim and 2%. But now you can use whole milk.
Right.
The increase that's going to have on dairy farming in Wisconsin is going to be magnified tenfold.
Exactly.
They're going to be able to sell now basically, if you make milk and you make those 3 types, you just added 33% that you can actually just blow up your bank. I mean, you're going to be making money hand over fist.
Exactly.
But yet, that's the kind of reparation I think we need. It scares me if you say, okay, reparations, we're going to calculate it and everybody gets a check. Well, we see how that worked out for the Native Americans. We see how that works out for anybody who wins the lottery within 5 years. But I think if we want education to be important, if we want business to be important, if we want those things, then let's put money into it. Like, let's give people money to go to college. College is now free.
Why? That's my point.
Yep.
Can we at least start with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I tell you a little bit about my wife. My wife is she went to nursing school. She started right before COVID, and she's a full-time nurse now. But the bills that she's racked up, and it's going to be impossible for her to pay all of that off over a lifetime. She's older. Her what she pays in student loans is close to $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
What can you do with that?
Right.
You know, and she's serving her community and serving people who look like us and trying to get them healthy. Why should she be burdened by $80,000 worth of student debt?
Right.
I don't know.
But unfortunately, she works in a upper middle class occupation where she'll have the ability to move, she'll have the ability to get promoted, she'll have the ability to make more because it's in healthcare. Well, it's in the medical side of healthcare, not administration. So she could even go to administration to do those things. But when you think about the fact that in order to win, in order to make it, you literally had to saddle yourself with $80,000 of debt, is a bit much.
That doesn't seem fair, especially when you're giving back to the community that you live in and serve. I just think that if we could just start reparations with that bit of with that conversation, at least that's the least we could do.
Yeah, very true. 833-212-1017 is the number. You have any questions for our guest, journalist James Causey from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel? If you haven't read it, go in and read this article, because I want to talk to you and get your thoughts on the other America. He talks about ending poverty, unemployment, and racism. But I don't think you think that's going to happen. And so I want to know your opinion on that. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
A little bit slow right now from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette, but that's pretty much it. Maybe a quick other tap on the brakes right past Beecher, but that's it. Westbound 94, though, a little bit tight there from 27th Street past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94 is starting to slow down a bit past Brookfield Road towards Calhoun. Back on the brakes before 84th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. And we've also got still those delays on the bypass from Beloit Road down and around the Hale to Forest Home. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance of light snow, mostly cloudy, breezy, a low of 15. Tomorrow, scattered snow showers and windy, minor accumulation with a high of 22. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Departments of Health Services, Transportation, and Justice.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Dad's going to be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
You're just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
Regroup, rethink, and reshape, and get on the front lines. It's only to your benefit. I always tell people, you helping the overall ideal of a better community, it actually helps you out. It helps you out, it helps your family out. It's time. Do not bring that reactionary attitude into the new year. This is the best time to start fresh. This is the plot. They plot this out, and it's been going on for years. This is normal. This is the way it is. This is where we are right now. It's all buddy-buddy. And if you're not a part of the friend situation, you're not getting in. They don't want nobody getting in and seeing where the messy. That's why I'll never get in. Because they know I'm not going to play around about my community. They know I'm not going to sit in no meetings and see y'all shucking and jiving and sniggling and giggling and not say nothing about it. I'm going to tell you to shut up.
The Tori Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Green Bay Packers are still pending the extension of head coach Matt LaFleur, leaving fans wondering what's next for the organization. News of the extension will drop in the near future. The Milwaukee Bucks now lose 3 straight after losing against the Spurs 119-101. Giannis and the starters got pulled during the fourth quarter for the second game in a row.
It was a blowout. Coach made a decision to pull me off the game. Smart decision, probably, yeah. Both games haven't played in the fourth quarter, which is kind of insane.
Next game is on MLK Day in Atlanta at noon. Badger basketball looks to face Rutgers tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Madison. Marquette plays tonight at 7:30 against DePaul Blue Devils, and UWM lost to the Oakland Grizzlies last night 73-60. This Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Our guest today in the studio, James Causey, journalist for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, reporter. What else are you? Man of Phi Beta Sigma, married guy. What other?
I'm a Renaissance man, just like
Renaissance
you, Dr.
man.
Ken.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's going to cost me a lot. That sounds like a dinner comment. 833-212-1017 is the number if you want or if you have anything to say. Crystal on the YouTube chat said, awesome article. Black male teachers can have a profound effect in the classroom. Unfortunately, they're already. That's what James E. Causey said in the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel November 19th of 2020.
Oh, wow. They went way back for that.
Well, they went way back. They said, I miss having specialty schools. SE said she misses having specialty schools. I went to a computer specialty high school. I think North Division had a nursing program back in the day.
North Division actually had dentistry, too, I believe. Milwaukee Tech was
So you could be a dental tech?
Yeah.
Or a nursing assistant,
right?
Graduate, have a job while you go to college, become a nurse, or wow.
That was, and a lot of people forget about that, but that was one of the prime times for being an MPS student because you really got a leg up on anybody else.
That has to be mid 70s, going into the 80s.
It was 80s,
yeah,
mid 80s,
yeah. And it's funny because education does the same thing. Everybody goes to the NEA conference, and then everybody comes back and does the same thing. Mm-hmm. And that was one of them. Chicago did it. I went to Chicago Vocational, where you couldn't graduate without a trade.
Right.
I wish we could go back to
that. Now, you could go to college, but you had to have a trade when you graduated.
Mm-hmm.
And if we could go back to that.
That would be amazing.
It would be amazing. So where do you see Milwaukee going in, say, because you made a few mentions of, 50, 75 years from now. Where do you see Milwaukee as it relates to race?
As it relates to race, I don't see much changing in this city. We're hyper segregated.
But is that a bad thing? Many people choose to live with black people. It's not to live with white people, or are you talking about the opportunity side?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I remember I interviewed this man a long time ago, and he told me, I don't have a problem with living around people that look like me, but I have a problem with the resources leaving the neighborhood when white people leave.
Right.
And that's what we have. We have Milwaukee is a city of pockets. We have a great block.
Right.
And you celebrate that great block.
Right.
But we don't have a lot of areas where we could say that, because the resources left when the white people left. And that's where I have my biggest problem. It's like, how do they expect Black Milwaukee with the hyper segregation, where you can almost pick an area on a map and say, I could tell you that 90% of Black people live right there, 85% of Hispanics live right here, but the resources are not in those areas so people could lift themselves up. And then the transportation is cut off to get to where the jobs are.
Right.
It's just so upside down. So one thing I said, we talk about housing a lot, like housing is the thing that's going to change things.
Right.
Here.
And it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
So I don't know how we fix this. I don't think the leadership is in place to fix it. I don't think the people want to fix it.
Has he been peeking and listening to my show all week? Anyway,
I'm just stating what I see as a Black man living in this city, where I just see little change and I see little movement into making the changes necessary, so people with the least can get a leg up. And I don't see that changing anytime in the near future.
Now, when you say leg up, what do you mean by leg up?
I mean, leg up means opportunity, and the opportunity needs to be there, because one thing I pointed out in my column is that, or a column that I have coming up, I'm jumping ahead of myself.
We can get a preview.
But people talk about there's this. The president made a statement saying that the civil rights movement said it was bad for white people, set them back.
Right.
But it's like, what part back did you get set? 90% of the CEOs of the top 5 Fortune 500 companies are still white.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out, what part were you set back at?
And last time I checked, it didn't exclude white males from civil rights, did it?
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay. So it's like they didn't carve out part of the Constitution or the Civil Rights Act of 64, 68, 72. We're just going to pretend like it doesn't include white people. It just said that you can't discriminate.
Right.
So why is that a problem?
Why is that?
But then again, if you think about what he said, he's actually telling the truth. That, white guys did lose, finally, because you got all of the resources. And really the weird part about it, Black people excelled, white women excelled, everybody got jobs. We did a little better, got better schools, better money, better income, better neighborhoods. We're just not in charge of anything.
We're not in charge of anything.
That was the point.
We're not in charge of anything, Dr. Ken. And at the same time, while we did get more, white people got way more. So we're still in the same spot that we were back 60 years ago.
It did this, and then it just moved, but you're still the distance between black and white is still there, if not more.
Yeah, and what frustrates me is when I get callers and people who send me emails and things like that and say, well, James, look at Jay-Z. Look at
the entertainer or the baseball or basketball player.
Look at Giannis. Look how they make.
Like, Giannis isn't even American. No offense, but
there you go.
He's an immigrant. Better watch where he drives.
Yep. In today's society, he better be careful.
Yep. Yeah. Don't go to Minnesota.
No, don't go to Minnesota.
Playing the timber rules, get a driver.
Yeah. But I getting back to the central question, how much will change here? I just don't see the leadership in place, the the ideology in place to make those kind of changes necessary.
And it's going to be hard.
Oh, well, if it was easy, it would have been.
There are going to be a lot of black people that are going to be mad because we have per capita the most nonprofits in any city in America. So there's a lot of people. When I become self-sufficient, I don't need, James Causey Incorporated, the nonprofit, to help me.
Exactly.
So there's nobody coming in for your program. But I thought in Dr. King's dream, that's actually what we want, for you to become self-sufficient and a pillar in your community, a hero of sorts.
Well, what Dr. King strived for was the ending of two Americas. And we're in the same spot, if not worse, than we were 60 years ago.
Which is weird.
It's America.
You had all black communities. It's just, I'm telling you, it's just the most bizarre thing. All black in Milwaukee, all black in Chicago. There wasn't any crime like that. Burglaries were like rare. Wow, you had a burglary? When was that? Mm-hmm. Oh, 2 years ago. None of the things. And let me ask this question. So do you think success plays a part in that? Because now you've got, two-parent household, 2 kids, educated, home from school, driving around, doing those things that suburban kids do, like cruising. Mm. But when we do it, we get in trouble.
Well, that gets back to the racism that still exists, and that's almost impossible to erase. I saw something online that was kind of interesting. This white woman, she told her son, you could say any bad word you want, and I won't get mad at you. And he said, okay, let me think about it. And he thought about it, and the first word to come out of his mouth, he was no more than like 7 or 8 years old, was the N-word. Mm-hmm. Out of all the bad words you could have chose, that's what you chose to pick? It makes you think that it's like everywhere. And I hate to say this, but I almost see racism in everything. I see it in commercials that we do, that in the media, it's everywhere.
So then, let me tell you what I tell other people then, and you tell me what you think. And I know we got to go to break. Make your own. Like if you're upset about, we don't have this, we don't have that, make your own. Now, I know there's some things we can't make. We'll never have any control over utilities. Okay, they got that on lock. Mm-hmm. We'll have no control over media. They got that on lock. But aren't there some things in our community we can take over? But you just do it ourselves?
The media is so influential.
Yes, it is.
Every single thing that we do, every single thing we buy, every single thing we see and want. It's so controlling. We could turn it off, right, but it doesn't mean that other people aren't going to watch it.
So then can we use the internet as the great equalizer? I mean, it used to be money.
But who controls the internet? It's not us.
To a point, that's true. But if we don't try,
it could always be turned. Just think about this. One of the world's richest men bought Twitter, changed the name to X to put the president back online. Mm-hmm. That's power.
Yeah, it is.
We don't have that kind of power to do that. And that's scary.
But I would say we don't have that kind of money. We've got power. But I think it goes back to your point earlier. We don't have the leadership that knows how to exercise the power we have.
Because we're all over the place.
And I don't mean Democrat or Republican. Mm-hmm. I mean just what's the agenda and what is Black Milwaukee going to look like in 2030?
Right.
So, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You sure you can't hang around for a few more minutes?
If you want me to.
Hang around for a few minutes. Okay. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. You have any questions for our guest? 833-212-1017 is the number.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, 1017 The Truth is proud to partner with the Marcus Performing Arts Center to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. live from Eline Hall. On Monday, January 19th at 4 p.m., join us for the 42nd annual Martin Luther King Jr. birthday celebration as culture, community, and conversation come together at one of Milwaukee's most iconic stages. Be a part of a powerful day honoring Dr. King's vision with the award-winning 1017 The Truth live from the Marcus Performing Arts Center.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, along with James Causey, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reporter, journalist, kind of all-around great guy because he's part of one of the greatest fraternities in the country, Phi Beta Sigma. I'm gonna give him some love. So I'm nosy now. What made you want to be a Sigma?
Well, my uncle was a Sigma.
Okay.
He was the first person I ran into, Isaac Causey, and he was telling me about all the great things that the fraternity was about, cultural service and humanity, and looking out for the fellow man. And I started talking to him, and when the opportunity came to me when I was in grad school, I decided to embark.
Okay.
And I went through the process solo. So
wow, he's a one and only.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, number one, well, we talked about what it wouldn't look like. What's the one thing we can change in Milwaukee to make it look like what Dr. King wanted us to be?
I think right now it's important for families to come together. And that may sound very...
So what does that look like?
What does that look like? That looks like when you see someone struggling and you just don't ignore it. You try to bring them into the fold and try to help them. Because if we don't start helping ourselves, we can't ask anybody else to do it.
Right.
It means like we know food prices are high. Maybe we collaborate and say, okay.
Buy in bulk.
Yep. Come together, work together, and things like that, especially for the holidays. Everybody, it's those little things that we have to do as family and get back to community. And I think it starts with that. And it may sound like a very simple task, but a lot of us just don't do it.
Well, think about it. Holidays, I used to say it about Sunday, right? Sunday's the most segregated day.
Oh, yeah.
But Sunday, going to church, and holidays, families aren't together anymore.
Right.
Well, I'm going to choose whether or not I'm going to go to my in-laws. Why don't you just bring everybody to one place and both families come? We don't do that anymore. I remember dreading holidays. Why is that? It's going to be about 200 people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might get 10.
And that's what we got to get back to. Family, we got to get back to community. And I know a lot of us, and I hear you talk about that a lot, and I hear other radio personalities mention that, but until we start doing the basics of doing that, then we're just spinning our wheels.
I always tell, just take care of your family.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about what's going on across the street. If you literally think about if 10 people took care of just their family, that's 10 powerful families.
Mm-hmm.
And then find one other family to do that for.
That's what it's all about.
It'd be a great city.
Yeah.
And it's already a great city. We just need to make it better.
Yeah.
James Causey, if you missed it, you need to go January 15th, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel or JS Online. And while you're at it, you might want to pick up a subscription. Then you can read it. Now, do you write weekly or monthly or?
I write
whenever it kind of moves you.
I have probably the best job in the world.
I'm sure.
I get to write about whatever I want to write about, and I have a supervisor, Jim Fitzhenry, who pretty much gives me the leeway to do what I want to be me, and that's a great relationship. So everything I write, I pretty much it comes to me, and if I'm not writing about it, it didn't come to me. So so I love what I do.
Well, we know he's never written about me, so I've never come to him.
That may be coming up pretty soon.
I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. Any last thoughts?
I think my last thought would be this: if when it comes to family, I mean, we like to come together during bad times. We don't like to, but we typically come together when we lose a loved one or a funeral or something like that. And we always say, man, let's not wait until something bad happens before we come together again. How often does that happen that we don't come together in that time when times are good, that we don't come together and we don't really see each other to that next funeral?
Right.
We have to break that cycle and start coming together and reaching out to our brothers and sisters. It starts with that. It's that simple. And if I could leave people with anything, I'll leave you with that.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in on your Friday.
And I worked from home today, and I came down here for you.
Wow, that's gonna cost me. So I guess let me pick a date on the calendar so you and the wife can.
We go to dinner. We do have to come together.
Yes, we do. We have to do. They got a lot of stuff in common. So.
They do.
All right.
They do.
Thank you much, James Causey. You can catch him on JS Online. And he's a reporter and journalist for the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Top 5 at 5 up next.
We have matinee basketball on The Truth. Tune in this Sunday as the Milwaukee Panthers head to Indiana to take on the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons.
5 on the shot clock. Dorsey is still with it, left of the lane. Now backs it out, turns, shoots, and hits. Inside, Franklin goes up and dunks again.
Scott Morris has the coverage Sunday starting at 12:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 1 o'clock.
It's recognizing that there are people in the world that only have one word on their mind and heart when they become emotional when something happens to someone they like. They become irrational, they become fixated, and they do to others what they believe was done to them. The one thing everybody in America right now today, with the death of Charlie Kirk, the one thing they need to fear is retaliation.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Dear employer,
my name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Raskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Deiser.
I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum,
I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear explanation.
relaxation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. 2 people are in the hospital and 9 more are sick across Wisconsin from salmonella. The Department of Health Services confirms all became sick from ingesting Live It Up brand's Super Greens dietary supplement powder. The first person became sick on October 1st, and the outbreak has now spread to 21 states. The FDA has recalled the supplement powder. Health officials recommend throwing away the product if you have it and washing any items or surfaces it may have touched. Charges are filed against a Milwaukee County bus driver for hitting and killing a man in Greenfield. An arrest warrant is out for Damian Peters. He's accused of hitting George Kaiser near 56 and Forest Home last November. Peters admitted to the officer that he saw a person walking to the intersection and tried to steer the bus to avoid him when he heard a thud and saw the person lying in the road in his rearview mirror. Peters' blood alcohol level was almost 3 times over the legal limit. A substance abuse recovery center project is being put on hold. The New Berlin Common Council denied a land consolidation request by the Milwaukee Rescue Mission. The organization plans to build a $12 million rehab center that would house around 120 men seeking addiction treatment and mental health services. Many residents spoke against the proposed rehab center, citing safety concerns for the area. Developers say they'll explore other avenues to get the facility built. A pair of bills to end state income taxes on tips passes in the Wisconsin State Assembly. In one bill, tax exemptions would apply on tips until 2028, mirroring the federal deduction passed last year. The State Assembly's GOP majority rejected an amendment to increase the tipped minimum wage, which is less than the standard minimum wage. The second bill applies to a portion of overtime pay and has no expiration date. Both bills now head to the state Senate. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. So I was drinking some Diet Coke.
That's Pepsi.
That was Diet Coke I was just drinking.
Right now?
Yeah, I was just drinking Diet Coke.
Isn't that Pepsi?
No, it was in a gray with red writing. It's called Coke.
Looked like a Pepsi to me.
And you're how far away? With glasses on? Through glasses? You ready? Pepsi is great too, and I have no idea whether or not the top was the top red or blue.
The top was gray.
Oh, that's kind of messed up. So I don't know if it was Pepsi or Diet Coke. Anyway, it was good. The problem is it's caffeinated, and I keep turning the microphone off because I feel like I might belch. I'm not like other people here who do stuff like that on the air. Hey, you're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Hey, Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our communities. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017thetruth.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by our good friends at Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffel's, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market. You got to celebrate because that's from 5:30 p.m. till 8 at Venue 3 in 3rd Street Market Hall. Buy a ticket, show up, support, be there. What's that old school saying? Be there or be square? Some of y'all just square. I'm just saying. Well, you know it's Pop-Off Friday, so you know what's going to be happening in this second hour. My top 5 at 5 has me kind of like, yeah, may as well just pop into it.
Number 5.
From CBS 58, I'm tired, and I'm tired. I keep hearing the dirtiest 4-letter word I've ever heard in my life. Snow. From CBS 58, the snow has stopped and we are quiet. Anywhere from an inch to almost 4 inches has been accumulated from last night through the start of this afternoon. Scattered snow is still expected to return later this evening and continue into the weekend. A gusty southwest wind has moved in. Temperatures have returned to above 32, but it don't matter because you got a wind chill, and with a wind chill, it gets cold. So that means that melting is going to happen until sunset, and then anything wet will then turn to ice, and then the wind gusts are going to get stronger. It's going to be cool quite a bit until Monday, so I'm depressed. Zach, I'm going home. I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Number 4.
From Fox6Now.com, Milwaukee County Transit System announced today details about 2 new pilot programs to lessen fare evasion and improve safety for bus riders and operators. You might want to set up for some of the pedestrians, too. A news release says the 2026 bus fare compliance program will expand Milwaukee County Transit System's existing in-house public safety officers program to discourage fare evasion. The programs are funded by safety initiatives that were introduced during the county's 2026 budget process. Second, The Sheriff's Office Transit Security Pilot Program will place, not replace, but place law enforcement on selected routes to respond to significant safety and security incidents involving criminal activity. So how do you think that's going to work? Well, some of the passengers said there have been situations that I've been in where there's been a person who was a little off and the driver's really good about that. If they know they're going to be harmful, they will stop and call security and have them removed. This morning, they charged, just this morning, they charged a 27-year-old passenger with punching a driver after she refused to get off the bus for more than 2 hours. But it's not just passengers. You remember, I just kind of alluded to it. This week, a bus driver was also accused of drunk driving when he hit and killed a pedestrian in Greenfield back in November, and he was charged. So what are we going to do? We're actually at a point where we have to put security on the bus for somebody to simply come in and pay their bus fare. How much is bus fare? Anybody know? 833-212-1017. Either hit me on the talk and text line or the YouTube chat. How much is bus fare? Zach, you need to quit. You thought that I wasn't going to read that because I was doing my top 5 and 5?
And you thought I wouldn't have taken a screenshot? Everybody go look on YouTube right now. I got a screenshot of Dr. Ken drinking a Pepsi that he tried to say was a Coca-Cola, and it's not a Coca-Cola because that's the Pepsi logo. It's right there.
Are you that sensitive? I never looked at it. Are you that sensitive?
But I'm trying to tell you, you was drinking a Pepsi.
Well, then you should have just said I got it on video. Like, why you gotta gaslight me?
I really had to check if it was a Pepsi or a Coke.
I don't really care. I'm just saying, why you gotta gaslight me? Why you gotta call me out? Why you popping off? Hey, I'm like a broken clock twice this week. Quanda was right this week. You was right this week. Hey, broken clock is right twice a day. I'm okay with that. It's what? Are you kidding? Lucretia, you have got to be kidding. Lucretia, please tell me you're kidding. Are you serious? $2.75 to ride the bus? Hang on. Are you serious? So if I want to ride the bus every day, Monday through Friday, and go to work, let's say I don't take off. I did it for 52 weeks, just to show the whole year. That's $5.50 a day. That doesn't count if you want to go somewhere on a weekend or go somewhere at another time of the day. We're talking $2.75 there, $2.75 back. That's $5.50 times 5 days, times which is 27 some odd dollars. Times 52 weeks is $1,430. So if you make $30,000 a year in after tax, and you got to pay rent, light, gas, that's a lot. Lucretia said, I don't drive after 10, so that's why now the transportation, so you can imagine how much it costs me. It used to be $2 with the M card, but it increased 75 cents January 1st. Wow. So let me look at that. So it's a 37.5% increase? Goodness. That's crazy. Now, here's the other deal. Y'all should have made people pay. Stop letting people get over not paying the bus. Stop letting your friend, they're not doing it. They won't do it again. Well, this is what you pay for. Prices go up because of theft in stores, on the bus. And it's unfortunate, but that's what we got to pay.
Number 3.
From WISN.com, the X account, formerly known as Twitter. I wish people would just stop saying that and just call it X. For the Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport has been hacked. Starting on Thursday, yesterday, January 15th, the account started posting mainly about cryptocurrency or the capture of Maduro in Venezuela. The account has even been renamed at the Hoda Law, Hodalaw, and the profile picture has the Hoda Law Firm in it with the cover photo providing a link to the whole website. Hoda Law Firm is a Texas-based firm whose website says it specializes in crypto scam recovery. WISN news anchor and investigative reporter Derek Rose reached out to the firm about the hacking, and the owner, Marshall Hoda, said, "I have no idea what happened here. My firm represents victims of cryptocurrency-related scams and litigation against crypto criminals overseas. The only explanation I can think of is one of our adversaries could have done this, but I don't know why they would have done it or why they would have chosen Mitchell Airport. Is there something I can do to help? I'll do it." Harold Mester, the public affairs director for Mitchell Airport, told WISN News in a statement that they have reported the issue to X and are in queue for them to restore their access. When asked if law enforcement was involved, they said our security team is evaluating that and may get law enforcement involved if necessary. I mean, it's not like you lost anything. Like, is there anything major that you're going to get from Mitchell International Airport on Twitter? I mean, like, if something's happening at the airport and you're looking on Twitter, we need to reevaluate.
Number 2.
Well, another hit-and-run driver from CBS 58. The driver left dead in a hit-and-run crash yesterday has been identified as 34-year-old Meng Ku. The initial confirmation came from Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office, but Bell Ambulance took to social media to address his death. It is with profound sadness that we share the loss of one of our own. Last night, Meng Ku tragically lost his life in an off-duty vehicle accident. Well, 34-year-old, he was 34, and he died in a hit-and-run. That's near 76 in Glendale in Milwaukee. Crash happened around 9:01 p.m. when a driver traveling north on 76 collided with another vehicle traveling on West Glendale. That's according to police. The 34-year-old driver was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other driver fled the scene. Of course, if anyone has seen anything, Milwaukee police are actively searching for the driver, so anyone with information is asked to contact Milwaukee Police at 414-935-7360, or if you want to remain anonymous, use Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS. Now, I've been talking about Dr. King, right? I've been talking about Dr. King. And I said it, but his daughter Bernice co-signed.
Number 1.
So from the root.com, there's no question on whether the black church has been an integral part of the black community and the greater American story. More than just a site of worship, the church was a bedrock for social, political, and educational change, and even birthed leaders like Ralph Abernathy and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. But decades later, the church looks different. Black Americans are some of the most religious people in the country, with most churchgoers attending a black church. That's according to Pew Research. But as we face new plights in the country, many are asking if the church is doing enough to support black people. Of those is Dr. King's daughter, Bernice King, who spoke to the Root publisher, Ashley Allison, about why the black church is needed more than ever. Where are the people of God, she asked. We previously told you black Americans have faced significant racial attacks birthed from President Donald Trump's second term, the erasing of black history, banning DEI, and attempts to undermine the Voting Rights Act of 1964 have all but assured a target on black folks' back. But according to Bernice, now is the time for the black church to really get involved, as it once was during her father's era. She said, this is a moment that we should be standing strong in. We should be speaking hope. We should be leading the way of hope and not falling into the minutia of the conversations that are happening. And I think we are all getting drawn in. She said, we need to see more of the faith community just taking the leadership in terms of how we pull people together first. The Black church often gets praised for its role in the civil rights movement. It provided safety in the Jim Crow South and stepped in to serve Black communities when the government wouldn't. But still, many Black churches failed to answer the call then, citing fears of white retaliation. That's according to Pew Research. Now we're witnessing a similar apprehension, and according to Bernice, no one can afford to stand back and watch. So now it's the next generation of religious leaders who have to pick up where her father left off. Bernice added, we need that kind of unity so that the power of God can come in and through us the way it came through the people that were working with my father in the movement. And so what are your thoughts? Is the church really doing what they're supposed to do? Not the bashing of the individual members and the bashing of the pastors that you don't like and the screaming and hollering, but pop off about, if you should choose to, is the church really doing what it's supposed to do? And if it's a no, what are they supposed to do? If it's a yes, what are they supposed to do?
Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833. Y'all see how they treat me here? If I get something wrong, they say I'm too old, or I don't know what I'm talking about, or whatever. 833-212-1017 is the number. $2 a ride, and now it's $2.75. I'm just... SC said, it's probably too much information, but I have a teen driver. They wanted to charge us $485 a month for a teen driver auto insurance plus what we normally pay. So even he opted for an M card. Wait. Since it's private and nobody else can see it, text me your zip code to 833-212-1017, SE. Text me your zip code. I'm interested in knowing what your zip code was and what company you went through. I will not put it on the air. I won't say it on the air or even allude to it. But yeah, I'm interesting. And she said, what I meant to say was, I don't drive, so the bus is my mode of transportation. Imagine how much that cost me. You probably saved yourself a lot of money. Now, I like older cars. I don't like newer cars. I think older cars have a better style. And so, let me rephrase that. I like luxury cars, but I like older luxury cars, not older, right? I even like older, like Toyotas and stuff like that, because they're more round. I like a rounder instead of being very sharp and new and sleek. That's what makes people pay attention to you. And so I have a winter car, and I have a summer car. Now, I already said my summer car is a let me see, 24 is a 12-year-old Mercedes. Absolutely love it. Those cars really don't get old. Matter of fact, they kind of look better as they get old. The newer ones I don't like, and they've made changes to them, and I'm like, that looks ugly. But anyway, so I drive an old one. But in the winter, I drive a Toyota. And the reason I drive a Toyota is because, like, right now I got to go fill my gas tank up. I had to check, but I had to fill the other car up in the summer because they was like, oh, yeah, you need gas. Okay, so how much is gas? And I was done, and it was like $72 because it only takes premium. But I signed up for it, right? So I'm not complaining, but $72 was like, ew. You know how much it cost me now? And I was upset because I had to pay this much money. Had to fill up the Toyota. $22. And then I drove it for like 12 days. So filling up the car, minus any maintenance and oil and all that, using just gas, it's cheaper for me to put gas on my car than it is for me to get on the bus. And it goes further. Because the bus don't go nowhere. How many routes they cut and all that, and it's getting tough out here. It's getting tough out here. 833-212-1017 is the number. Okay. All right, Milwaukee North Side. Yep. Okay. And so it's we got to start going back and checking companies and calling them and saying, hey, what's causing my insurance to be this high? My electric bill went from winter, when it's really bad, when you got older people in the house and they get cold easily, and you keep the heat on darn near 24 hours a day, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. When my bill was maxed at about $220, my bill was $435. $435. It was almost double. And I'm like, why? Yeah, I'm popping off. 833-212-1017 is the number. Yes, SE, it was a Pepsi bottle. Gee. Goodness. So I guess it's okay for Zach to gaslight me, but it's not okay for... Anyway, I'm just saying. Jane, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you?
I'm fine, Dr. Ken. How are you?
Good, good. It's Friday. I got to go home and shovel snow,
yes.
you know, but...
No. You should go see the bull riders downtown.
Nah, I can shovel my snow.
That's where I am.
Okay.
But I'm calling about, Dr. Ken, yes. I wanted to make a comment about the bus routes and everything. I ride the bus if my Toyota doesn't start or if I wake up and there's a flat tire. Last night, I left work, locked my keys in the car. Everything was in the vehicle.
Ouch.
And I'm right downtown, so I hopped on the bus. I said, bus driver, I have no money.
How did
Can
your doors lock?
please?
Were your keys in the... I don't even want to know. Okay, she just told me.
No, I'm going to tell it. I didn't know how much time you had. I'll tell it.
Oh, believe me, I'll make time for this one.
I turn the ignition off, and I put my keys, I separate my keys and put the other separated part in a special place, and I usually put the keys I bring with me in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
This time, I put all the keys in the special place. Open the door, lock the door, shut the door, and I said, you know what? Your keys are in the vehicle.
So you don't have the kind of key fob? You don't have the kind of key fob so that if you go to lock it, it won't lock the door?
No, I have an 05.
Okay.
And nothing fancy on my vehicle, nothing fancy on my phone. No.
Well, you might want to upgrade.
So there they were.
You might want to upgrade.
That's what my kids say, and I'm getting there.
It's wintertime and you locked your keys in your car. And you couldn't get them out.
Night.
You know, people don't go around with those, car jimmies and open your doors up anymore because if they damage the door, then you'll be trying to get them to fix your car. So they just don't do it anymore.
I know.
So what you gonna do?
I know.
What you gonna do?
I was looking to see if one of my windows was down a little bit because I was going to go on the job and get a coat hanger. But all the windows were up tight and everything, and
all of your locks are recessed, and they don't have the little round bumps on them anymore, so you can't pull it up, can you?
No, I'm looking now. No, but I would have got in here some kind of way.
So how'd you get in?
Maybe I wouldn't have.
How'd you get in?
This is why I called because of the wonderful Milwaukee County transit system.
Mm-hmm.
I hopped on the bus. I said, bus driver, I have no money. I just locked my keys in the car. May I please ride up the street like 4 miles? She said, yes. Sat down, got off on my stop, ran in the house, got my spare set of keys, got a few potato chips, huffed it right back to Atkinson Avenue, hopped on the other bus, and paid them dearly, not dearly, but I gave them an extra tip, and I told the driver, what happened. I said, I rode here for free, so I'm giving you a little bit of extra money just to thank you for allowing me to get on this bus, because the bus is important to me, especially during times like this. Because she was wondering why I was putting extra money in the container, and I explained it to her, and she said, okay. Because I called my daughter. She works second shift, and she didn't answer until I was back at my vehicle because she was busy. And Dr. Ken, I don't wait. I do what I have to do.
Clearly.
But I'm thankful, I'm thankful for the bus route. I'm thankful that the driver let me on free because I hear now in the news they're going to put undercover sheriffs on the bus to make sure people pay. And I said, oh, my goodness, how would that have happened if they were on the bus and heard me say that?
But you can't worry about something that happened in the past. All you can do is deal with today and the future. And so in the future, you need to figure out how not to use a key separator That's one.
I'm going to make 2 new keys tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm going to stash them at both my offices that I work in, which are all downtown. So if that happens again or whatever, the keys will be closer, so I won't have to go all the way home.
It always amazes me how people don't make extra sets of keys to their own house. I've just never.
And Dr.
their
King,
car.
You didn't ask me how could I.
How could you? What?
You didn't ask me how I got in my house.
I'm not. Listen. I don't need to know about no burglaries. I don't need to know about no carjackings. I don't need to know about no breaking and enterings. But I think you'll make a great ICE agent because you could break into a car.
Bruh. I got in. Nothing was damaged because there's a way. My kids, my grandson, they know how to get in there.
I know.
If they don't have a key.
That's right.
Not shimmying through the window or anything.
I know.
But like I said, I'm thankful for the county transit buses that let me on last night.
All right.
That's what I wanted to say. I enjoy your show. I listen to your program, and I learn a lot. And have a good evening.
You have a great evening yourself. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Aww.
But I'm not liking my keys. And I've done that before. The blessing is having a car that has a key fob that if you leave your key in the car, I can't even leave my... Let me tell you what happened to me. I put my key... I don't know why I do this, because I have a habit of leaving stuff on my car and driving away.
Oh, we know.
Oh, shut up. If y'all want to... This phone is jacked because it was on my car and it fell off. And I told y'all the story about Menominee Falls Police were heroic and saved my phone. And I just have a habit of doing that. And so one day I put my keys in a jacket. I took the jacket off. Because if I go to a cigar lounge or have a cigar or even don't, if I go there, I change my jacket and put a different jacket on that can absorb, like a smoking jacket, and it absorbs the smoke. Well, I go back to my car and I switch out. But all I did, because it was warm, I took my jacket off and put it in the trunk. Well, my car keys were in my trunk, in my coat pocket. So what did I do? I closed the trunk. But my car said, nope, there's a key. And I kept closing. So now I've literally closed my car trunk like 5 times. Like, is something broke? And then I realized, oh, it's not locking because my keys are in my coat pocket and my coat is in the trunk. Stupid. So that's what I had to do. And so it's just one of them dumb things. 833-212-1017 is the number. Anything you want to pop off out, pop. I'm thinking too many things at one time, and I'm saying half of one. This is a boomer moment. It's ADHD. Are you making fun of someone who is handicapped? Are you serious, dude? You gonna do that to me? Fake tears. Are you gonna do it? My bad. I must have thought I was a white female. I don't have white girl tears. So my bad. It's Friday. It's Pop-Off Friday. That's all I'm saying. Y'all treat me so bad. Y'all see how I get treated? You actually make a mistake because, one, you stutter. I do. So that's why I pause, because, I have to let the talking 27 words a second catch up to my mouth so I can talk clearly. So sometimes I pause, and they talk about me like that. When you pause. When you pause. And then I tell them why. They're like, oh. Like, really? Beating up disabled people. They don't call people disabled anymore, do they? They call them whatever they call them. And so ADHD. So I'll talk and I'll forget, and then I got to go back to my main point. That's why I use bullet points. So I got a phone. And y'all laugh at me because of that, too. It's all right. It's all right. I'm a 6 Sandro, y'all. Yep. It doesn't matter. I think I'm still great. I think I'm okay. I think I made it out okay. I mean, if, like James Causey said, he's a Renaissance man, like me. But how do you become a Renaissance man? Well, it starts with a spark. And at Milwaukee College Prep, that spark turns into something extraordinary. From age 3 through 8th grade, MCP nurtures brilliance, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of students face economic hardship, but that does not define them, because at MCP, every child's potential shines. With 4 campuses and one powerful mission, college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com, where Milwaukee future begins to shine. And now with the final check of traffic on 101.7 The Truth, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Well, 894 westbound, we do have an accident right about at 22nd Street, still being worked on the left shoulder. Watch for delays coming out of the Mitchell interchange and on past that all the way to Loomis. Southbound 894, you're seeing backups from Howard Avenue down and around the Hale interchange all the way to about 76th Street. Southbound 43, slowing from North Avenue down through the Marquette. Westbound 94, we do have delays basically from about 35th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Part of the problem, we got a crash right at the ramp from 35th Street. It is off on the right shoulder, though. Eastbound 94, watch for the headaches from 92nd Street all the way through past 68th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of light snow, mostly cloudy and breezy, a low of 15. Tomorrow, scattered snow showers and windy, minor accumulation with a high of 22. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 101.7 The Truth. This Friday night, we have a city conference matchup as the Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks travel to take on the Audubon Tech Cardinals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth app and 101.7thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Count study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Green Bay Packers are still pending the extension of head coach Matt LaFleur, leaving fans wondering what's next for the organization. News of the extension will drop in the near future. The Milwaukee Bucks now lose 3 straight after losing against the Spurs 119-101. Giannis and the starters got pulled during the fourth quarter for the second game in a row.
It was a blowout. Coach made a decision to pull me off the game. Smart decision, probably, yeah. Both games haven't played in the fourth quarter, which is kind of insane.
Next game is on MLK Day in Atlanta at noon. Badger basketball looks to face Rutgers tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Madison. Marquette plays tonight at 7:30 against DePaul Blue Devils, and UWM lost to the Oakland Grizzlies last night 73-60. This Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. 34 degrees at 45 minutes after the hour. Feels like 27. The low tonight is 21. Winds are from the southwest at about 9 miles an hour. Small craft advisory. It's kind of windy. It's just enough to make it not fun. So you might want to, keep to yourself. Let me see. No. Y'all still stuck on the Pepsi bottle. I just tell you, y'all just treat me so bad. Wow. So when I asked Essie where she lives, she sent me the zip code, and then she said Kia Boy neighborhood. Oh, okay. Interesting. Sandra, were you laughing or talking or what? Were you laughing or talking or what?
I kind of was laughing when she said the Kia Boys neighborhood. And I was thinking to myself, I live there too. That's why I did a little chuckle.
Well, how are you,
right by the Kia Boys.
How you doing on this Friday?
Well, I'm probably gonna kind of stay in for a minute because I've been catching up New Year's and everything else. So I'll take a break, and then I'm back out again. But I got a life. I got a big life.
That's a pretty long break, though. You know, it is the 16th of January, and it's been 16 days since New Year's. You gonna get out and or is the snow keeping you?
I was doing it all week.
You were doing what?
I did my I was partying all week. I did my snow. I do a lot of stuff. At this house, but I just take it easy.
Wait. You said you did what?
My snow.
Why are you out doing your snow at your age? Your neighbors don't do your snow for you?
I don't have no neighbors. All I got next to me is a liquor store.
There's nobody in the neighborhood that you can pay to do your snow?
I don't see anybody. There used to be people come around for $1 or $2 or something, but not no more. But I just, what I do, I take my dog out.
You pay $1 or $2.
She likes to go out.
I hope that was yeah. I hope that was just a saying.
I'm by a liquor store.
Okay.
I'm by a liquor store. So a lot of people want $1 to do this and $2. I give them a little bit more, but they don't come around no more. I don't
well,
know
if you're giving them $2 to do snow when everybody else is getting 20 or 30, no, I'm not coming.
That's what they ask for. If they ask for that, I give it to them. But I give them more because you got to give them a little bit more. all they want is what they want.
Do the
You
snow.
know,
I
little
got
bit there, a little this and that.
Hey, come do the
Yeah,
snow. I got
but,
$2. Yeah, you ain't getting no tickets.
Well, they will come. And one dude took my shovel and did it for free. He took the shovel and did the snow for free. I said, okay. But that's the era I grew up in.
Yes, you
I
did.
like shoveling
Yes,
snow.
you did. Okay.
So and so I'm older now, and so if I pass away, I'm dead anyway. So hey, what can I do? I think I'm going to heaven, so I feel okay.
So Sandra,
Anyway,
I'm starting a new club, and it's going to be the anti-RN Kwanda Club. Now Kwanda's been nice, and she gave me a nice card. She gave me a little gift for Christmas. It was It was beautiful. It was very nice, and she did a wonderful job. Truth Nation, y'all's just great.
Oh, okay.
But when you put in the YouTube chat that is 64 degrees where you are, that is not acceptable.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that is not acceptable.
She's rubbing it in.
So she gets a 30. So she gets a 30 second. She gets a 30-second timeout. She gets a 30-second time. Like that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Now, if you wanted to, you could get on the airplane, fly here from Miami, Florida, slap me, and then go back home. I'm okay with that. But you can't be talking about when it's like, 16, 17 outside, and it's 60.
And she's got 64 degrees.
Yeah, I'm not talking to her. I'm going to wait 30 seconds before I talk to Kwanda again. How's that?
But some of us don't like all that, hot weather. I know I don't. They can keep it.
I love Arizona.
But anyway, I call you to say.
Yes, ma'am. You got 30 seconds.
I'm going to real fast, Dr. King. Yeah, my pop-off is the tubes. Like you go buy your grocery and the shrinkage of the packages you buy, but the price is high to the sky.
Right. Yep.
I we just see it, like toothpaste. Stuff like that.
Oh, that's been a while. Oh, no, that's been around. That remember, you used to get 64 ounces? You ain't getting nothing close to that now.
Yeah.
Oh, 64?
And the machines are automated. They put out that stuff.
Yep.
I can't figure out why they have to keep going up. So what's going to happen in 20 more years from now?
You won't need toothpaste. AI will do it for you.
But yeah, I bet.
All right.
And like I said, your paper towels, all that stuff.
Right.
But that was my pop-off.
All right.
So have a good weekend.
You too. Be safe.
Okay, bye.
I would say don't go outside, but you're not going to listen. You're not going to listen.
I'm outside. I got my dog out here.
I'm done.
I be out there all the time.
Bye.
Bye.
Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
I'll holler back at y'all.
I got money now.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Real talent is defined by what people can do.
not where they learned to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
See, Quanda not right. She not right. She said, what did she say? Brother Z, how dare you agree with this foolishness? And Dr. Ken, just say you want to see me in person, that's all. I'm like, no. I said, don't be starting no rumors. That ain't true, LOL. Besides, I never travel alone. Because you keep slapping us in Milwaukee with your warm weather. I get warm weather. I get warm weather. Y'all have a good evening. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, on this Pop-Off Friday. Tour Low Show's coming up next. We got snow, we got cold weather, we got wind. We don't really care that it's 64 degrees in Miami, but, we're going to let it slide this time. Want to say thanks to everybody on the YouTube chat and the talk and text line. Appreciate you, the callers, SE, Tony, everybody. Just want to say thank you for a great weekend. You're who makes 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk Radio, the best. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. God bless. Take care. Be safe. Drive carefully. I'm out.
Be quiet.